Hello and welcome to part 6 of Let's Plays Disco Elysium. So last time we found out that this guy would be mightily impressed if we went and got our head punched in. So I think actually what might be a good idea is, if we're going for this, let's go for this properly. Let's go and get an item to improve our toughness a bit, because we can just about afford this. Okay, I want to buy a raincoat. See, this puts our endurance up to 1. Okay, here you go. The clerk removes the garment from the lower shelf and hands it over. Thank you very much. And now we have this raincoat that improves our endurance. Don't think anything else does at the moment. I mean, we're looking mightily like just a trash guy, really, aren't we? We're looking like a trash man. Less like a cop. We can... what we can do is level up endurance, which has been holding us back. Okay. So that would at least put us at average. Whew. Okay, accept changes. Right, now we're slightly more capable, but we're probably still going to get our arse handed to us. On the plus side, we will get another check with the body as well, and we've done quite a lot to try and pass that, so I think since we're in this area, let's take on the fight first. Got any tools that would help? For the time being, I'm going to drop the tools. Don't think they give us anything helpful in this case. Let's go and challenge this big muscly guy. Okay, so you notice that, yeah. Oh! It's worsened, apparently. We have a really bad check for physical instrument, but it's still worth it. Ooh! Oh! Oh! Measure head. Okay. How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand and he's squeezing it. It hurts. You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. The pressure on your hand becomes unbearable. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic. I'm a cop. Ooh, I probably should have said it. Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Oh. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more. The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk. No, I won't fucking say anything. Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Oh, you press the words out of your swollen mouth. Good. He releases your hand. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organisation any longer. Oh man, he is just, you know, the worst. A guy is a racist. He's homophobic. It's just all kinds of wrong. Kim says, I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk. But I was fighting bad, unsavoury ideologies. I'm a hero. We're not here on some political quest. We're here to solve a crime. Don't make this situation any more volatile than it already is. But he's the one trying to provoke me. And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that? Kim raises an eyebrow. Oh, it's the eyebrow again. Alright, fine, I won't do it again. He nods. Let's think of something else. Volition. No, you should do it again. It's the last thing he'll be expecting. Ow, that hurt. But if I can remember the correct line of questioning with this big guy, who's, should we say, he looks way stronger than me. Has he had a go? Ah. Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick. Okay. What is a strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want? Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while he raises his fists and starts shouting again, have the right to work. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. Whoa, I mean, mine looks so matched. The different pieces of attire seem ill-fitting. Ill-fitting? What does that mean? His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. You're wearing new clothes? He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Ooh, silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. Ooh, that is weird. He's wearing someone else's clothes. Maybe he's not who he claims to be. I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there. No, he slowly shakes his head. I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker. Okay, I'm just going to leave now. Well, that got us just about as far as we've got with everything else. I think we might have to heal ourselves up a bit. Although I'm not sure whether we can manage to do it with... let's get our trash bag back, like a good little trash collector. Cleaning up this city, right? So there was a few things we were doing besides. Can I get around? Can I? So I think there was a okay, no. We were sort of looking around for a car, but I think it's really not likely to be one of these ones. Because, well, to be honest, it looks like we've already looked at them. We're not feeling too healthy right now. One of the things we can do is ask about the lady in the store. This is precinct 57. The operator greets you through the static. How may I assist you? I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is her number, officer? Kim, didn't Garte give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. The lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is 005 1944 298. Received. Hold on, officer. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. It takes a bit to get to the phone. Just wait. Relax. Officer? She finally returns. I have Sylvie Maleka on the line for you. Yes, hello. A female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Oh yes, we would have met before, wouldn't we? I could start that way. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Oh right, she recognises your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you. Ooh. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? You mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why not? Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? The static wavers. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Get away from whom? You know whom. You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. You mean me? You needed to get away from me? I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay? Alright, I won't push you on this, apparently, after totally pushing on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Maybe, I don't know. She seems to relax a bit. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Was it you who called the police? No, not me. Do you know who made the call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in. They use the union's phone or the one up on the coast. So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it. It was someone else, says Kim. He makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. But why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you? What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse. What does the union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know. She seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Garbage. Wait, Kim. Is she telling the truth? The union is the law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dockworkers Union. Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds like she's about to cry. What others? The other people who live around here, local people. I didn't want trouble. Her voice is resigned and weak. Okay, I understand. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. You hear static. Her chin rubs against the receiver. Then, please, I just don't want any trouble. I see. Don't worry about it. I understand. You do? She sounds relieved. What else can I do for you? Okay, next question. Have you seen my badge? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer, the law. How did you first learn that I'm a police officer? You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody and showed us your badge. I didn't need to hear about it anymore. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Okay. My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? No, I haven't, sorry. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Not my uniform too. God, I really should look into that. Yes, you really should. It's awful that you lost it. It feels like you haven't worn yours in a long, long time. Great. Have you seen my gun? Please no, not this again. Everybody saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun? When did it happen? You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and she stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what did I do? You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you. And then you started making suicide jokes, and it got pretty graphic. Oh, those again? I have been trying to wean you off them. Off of what? You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. Off of that. People don't like that. Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after. Okay, I don't know what to say. Me neither. Yes, but what happened to my gun? No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask, she sighs. Have you seen my policeman uniform? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. I think I've got everything I need, thanks. Ooh. I hope so. Please don't call me again. She's ready to hang up. But we can find out a bit more with an empathy check. Why is she angry with you? Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything. I'm not mad, it's just the static sighs again. You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit. What skewer thing? The stuffed bird. The great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in Whirling. I really liked her. We called her Scotty. There's genuine sadness in her voice. So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen, and I've seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you! She pauses. Go on, I want to know what I did. Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things, like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Hold on. Which song? We Go On, by the Ooh, she sighs. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Sorry about the song. To hell with that song. Then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but she wouldn't let me, threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you are a piece of shit human being, and why does everyone even let you work as a police officer? Then you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. I'm sorry. And then I had to deal with your toilet. Whoa, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. Wait, police documents? The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. What happened to them? Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Resentment gives way to concern in her voice. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine. Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away. Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again and let's pretend it never happened. What else did I sing beside the oh? I'm looking for a song. Oh, all sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Maybe you could help me identify one particular song? Which one would that be? Oh, that was really sad. Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint Saëns. Butchered that right up. Her voice carries a tone of disappointment. Interesting. You still have to find it, however. Right, thank you for talking with me. Take care. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then the already familiar voice. Anything else I can help with, officer? I'm done with the radio for now. 57th over and out. Her voice disappears into the void. In the cabin, you see a set of steering wheels, blah 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 blah. Okay, we close the door. We're done here. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type. Wait, there are copo types? Yes, guess what's yours? Sorry, cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Yes, sorry, cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. Okay, but what are the other copotypes? Or copotypes? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop, but you're too sorry to say those things, so here we go. Fucking they should be sorry. Yes, impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up. Won't the other copotypes be jealous? What, jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine, don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copotype from sorry to anything. I'm sorry. Opt in. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million? That won't happen. Okay, so we got rigorous self-critique is something we can now think about. You're one sorry piece of shit, a cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be grovelling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing huge lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it's your fault. Do it. Really, criticise yourself. Who knows? You might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Okay, so we can do that. It sounds like it might be a little bit tough. I'm not sure we're quite up for self-critique yet. Mentally, physically, or whatever. Let's have a go at taking the body down again. We may need to bring our morale back up and our health. Nope. It's okay. Okay. So, we get plus 6 for the shit compressor, which means that we can do this. Come on, we can do this. Woo! As you breathe in, the odour comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamelled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. There we go. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. Right. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. They're some boots. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots, they're armour, possibly part of a larger set. These aren't just boots, are they? This was the armour he was stripped of. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, they are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armour is this exactly? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel. Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals? He nods, piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armour could yield information. He nods towards Kuno. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he was wearing these boots and not the rest of the armour? No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not strip him of the putrid rags. What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him? They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the besmirties and the like. This one still has his underpants. Fucking talking about underpants, says Kuno. The material looks out of place here. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages? For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank. That's a lot, I take it. As a wage, it's regrettably small, but for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbour company, but that's just hearsay. Initial report? Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful. These look pretty advanced for a security guard. I agree, this equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. Run your fingers over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whorls are in the shape of a letter, a number combination E50.100.1000. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drying ball point of his pen on the tongue. I read it out. New task, run the number on the victim's armour. Okay, so we go back to the vehicle, I think. We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when it's done. Either station can chase it for us. Okay, let's pull the boots off. This feels dangerous. Are you sure? Better not even try. Back off and look at the corpse again. Inspect the belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for air fueling cargo. Or even airlifting cargo. Airlifting, says Kim. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. This is the reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so. Kim nods. The local harbour uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention or not to incriminating themselves. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. So we're assuming dock workers from the harbour did it. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes, motivated by the ongoing strike. You? Yes. He agrees. The debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. No, you feel like it was something else, but what? I feel like it was something else. Yes, he covers his nose. It often is. This belt worries me. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? Point to the one at the side of the tree. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Okay, he makes a pulling motion. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. Okay, let's look at more. Let's look at the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. What will mine be marked by? Alcohol and heartbreak. Is this a national pattern? Of no nation that I know of, says Kim. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination. Last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocent worship. Innocentic worship. Blimey. But which one? I see no trace of humanoid figure. We're missing something here. I agree. A sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera. What's that? A Trigat Sunshine Mini. Trigat is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? An instant colour camera, Kim says. He produces two metal capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence. I have only 2 ampules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then a sound. A shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampule of glass. You see streams of colour pour into the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a colour-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, the lieutenant says, and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. What do we need this photo for? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure. Just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colourful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. Okay, squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. I see it, says Kim. He adjusts his glasses. His neck too. The lividity goes right up to his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax your eyes. The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of colour, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and into his boot. So, what do you think? Something is coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces is eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck is he saying? Says Kuno. They're talking about shit. We got lucky. Did we? I don't feel lucky. He's beaten up, see the bruises? I do, most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno, the girl yells. Fucked him up brutal-like. I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet and neck are discoloured. Agreed, says Kim. He points to the belt, especially on the neck. The belt acted as a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports are hanging. Could it be he was moved after death? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. Okay, back off and catch my breath. But there is no breath to catch, only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing. Let's look him in the eye. The eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognisable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of death. Tell me, who are you, dead man? We failed the check. We were That's such a shame. The corpse is silent. You have no idea why you just said that. Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build. This man enjoyed the moment of death. Why do you think so? It's an intuition. Okay, the lieutenant marks something in his notebook. I'm less skeptic about this hunch, he thinks, than I was of the supernatural premonitions that overtook you at the trash container. He then covers his nose again. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark. Okay, how do we get him down? Kim stops to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Let's have another look first. Right. So we can now look at this photo with the tattoos on. An intricate web of blue lines stretch across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. What's the meaning of this tattoo? For you to discover, you've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Who are you? Gone. Okay. So we have to work out where the rest of the armour is. Find out the number on the victim's armour and the victim's tattoos. Okay. Apparently we have another skill point that we can put somewhere to see what would be best. I think that's probably as far as we're going to get today. So thank you for watching. Please, if you like the video, remember to like, share and subscribe. I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/epicfail, which would really help me to produce more art, comics and videos. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. So long.